Hey guys, Akil Stokes here. Welcome back to another episode of the Trading Coach Podcast. Not just another episode 700. Today we're going to talk about the state or the current state of the markets and have a little bit of a discussion about what actually is happening because things have been pretty wacky. Now, first and foremost, if you guys are new to the podcast and you haven't listened to any of the previous 700 episodes, my name is Akil Stokes. I'm a former struggling trader turned consistently profitable trader. I am now a trading coach over at www.tier1trading.com and, of course, host of the Trading Coach Podcast. And I thought episode 700 was a perfect time to do a little bit of reflection. First and foremost, I never thought we would get to episode 700. I had no intentions of starting a podcast in the first place. And once I got started, I had no intentions of doing it for this long. But it has been something that, based on the feedback I have received, has been very helpful to many traders out there. And that was the original purpose. You see, trading is interesting, right? Trading is something that anybody can get into, right? You don't have to win the genetic lottery to be a trader. All you have to do is learn a skill, work very, very hard on that skill, and invest the right amount of time, energy, and effort. You do need capital to trade, right? To actually start trading money and making money, you do need capital, but it's not the say-all be-all. And what I mean by that is that, these days brokers will let you start an account with a small amount of capital. And even if you're someone who is dead broke, if you learn the skill, once you can prove that you have mastered the skill of basically extracting money from the market, there are plenty of ways to get money to trade, whether it be getting a personal loan, or maybe if you have no money, you can't get a personal loan, but even investing or trading an account on someone's behalf or doing one of those prop firm challenges, right? That you can always make money, in my opinion. Now, something that isn't available to everyone is coaching and mentorship, right? And my trading mentor said this first and foremost, right? As soon as I wrote that check for like $5,000 to sign up for his training course, he said, I do not run a trader charity. Let's get it correct. This is a business. I am in business to make profit. And that is something that I followed through with, right? Trading and being a trading coach is a business. It is a way to supplement my income. It is a way to continue to grow my wealth. It is a way to really take some of the pressure off of trading as well, as I can continue to compound that account and not need to extract money every single month or whatnot for the normal bills and whatnot. But at the same time, coming from the position that I came from, where, not poverty, but I deal with a lot of people that are in poverty or impoverished situations. I always wanted to give opportunities for those people to learn as well. And that was the point of the Trading Coach Podcast, to involve you in some of the discussions that I'm having every day with traders that I'm working with, and helping them along the path of becoming consistently profitable. And hopefully those stories and the tips and the lessons that I say can inspire and help you as well. And it looks like mission accomplished. And today is interesting because this is kind of an inside look at, what I do on a regular basis. And when I was a younger trader, right, I'm old now, right? I just did like the interview circuit. I did like 5 podcasts in a row, and I'm talking to these younger traders, and they're all like, oh man, I've been watching you for 10 years and 5 years. You're an OG in the game. And like, I felt kind of bad. I don't want to be that old guy yet. I still think of myself as the young guy. I still have traders that are, much older than me that I look up to, and I'm learning and I'm hungry and stuff like that. But I guess, I've been teaching for 12 years, trading for 16 years. I guess that starts to make me a little bit of a dinosaur. And I remember that when I was a younger trader, my job was to sponge as much as I could off of consistently profitable traders. And it could be traders that were on the internet. It could be traders that wrote books, right? I'd reach out to them via email saying, hey, I loved your book. I had a question about this. It could be traders that I personally met through the business, right? We've met a lot of institutional traders and brokers and whatnot. And I love picking their minds because I don't necessarily see that side of the situation and how that business model operates. I just know it from the retail side, right? The independent trading side. And now kind of the situation has flipped. And I'm the one that people are coming out and asking questions to. And I've developed a pretty good network of other professional traders throughout my career. And I'm sure you follow many of them on the internet. They're really good traders. They're really good coaches in their own right. And what's interesting is that recently, we've all been asking ourselves the same questions. We've all been having the same conversations with each other. And that conversation is, what the hell is happening in the market? Now, I'm recording this on August 25th. I don't plan on releasing it until, like September 13th, 14th, whatever like that. So that's going to be after the Jackson Hole Symposium. That's after the U.S. Fed Chair Powell speaks and gives us an update on monetary policy. I'm not sure if that's after the next interest rate decision. I know we have one in September. Let me just check real quick. I'll filibuster a little bit, but I think it may be before that. But regardless, I want to say that things can change 100% from where they're at right now, just in the matter of a few days, just in the matter of a week or so. And that's really what the market has been like. And, in my experience, I've traded through recessions, I've traded through inflationary times, but I've traded through COVID, which was new, a different type of market situation. But I've never seen anything like this. And it looks like all of us as traders, we're in the same boat. This is a brand new situation. And the situation is this, right? Typically, the market goes through a few conditions, right? We'll have, high inflation, and then we'll hike interest rates, and then we'll get to a certain point, then we'll level off from there, and that could be, a year or years, whatever like that. Then a recession comes, right? All these things are cyclical. A recession comes, right? And then we cut interest rates and we get on that type of cycle, and then we even out, and that can last years and blah, 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 blah. And then we kind of repeat the process forever, and forever. But the current situation that we're in right now is kind of like a stop and reverse. For you guys that are familiar with that as from a technical term from trading, meaning that we're not looking to have that settling period where we have like a state of normalcy. We have been, and many countries are like this as well, we have been in the US here aggressively hiking interest rates, and it seems like we're going to go straight from aggressively hiking them to cutting them. And I don't think we've ever seen this before, at least in my experience. And I was talking to a trader, I love my analogies. I was trying to explain it to him. I said, what it feels like is that with the interest rate hike cycle, we've been hiking up this hill, hiking up this mountain, right? At an unprecedented rate. And we've gotten to the point where we're so high on this mountain that fog and whatnot is coming in, right? So we're having trouble seeing. The problem is we don't know when we're at the peak. So at any moment, right, we could take a step and it's not a step up, it's just empty space, and we go rolling back down, right? It's that feeling like if you ever walked up your steps at night or down your steps at night and you think there's one more step and you take the step motion and there's nothing there and you stumble a little bit. It's like that, but a big old hill. And because of that, the market is extremely fearful of anything that's happened, right? Any type of sign of this, any type of sign of that, we are getting a massive reaction to. And we are so heavily fundamentally driven right now. It is crazy. Any little report that gives any little clue that may affect the next monetary policy decision, the market is going bonkers over. And it's a very difficult time to be a trader because you're seeing 200 pip moves one day and then the market's going silent for 2 days and then boom, 200 pip moves right back in the same direct or in the opposite direction a few days later, and you're right back where you started. And it's really hard to get a read on things. Everything seems to be a fake out. And many of you are probably nodding your head right now. You're like, man, yeah, Teal, I do find it difficult. Don't get me wrong. You're not alone. Again, I've spoken to, I can name about 6 traders in the last month or so, 6 established traders that I trust and I can vouch for. We've spoken to each other and we've said, man, this is weird. What the heck is going on? So if you feel that way, you are not alone. But it also is a good opportunity to learn. But I remember having a conversation with Dr. Brett Steenbarger, and he was talking about the markets and how everything is new, but we will adjust to the new, right? meaning that we never know what the future will hold, right? We know what has happened in the past. We can analyze patterns and make projections and make assumptions based on that. But we never know what the future will hold. And we're having this conversation during the COVID outbreak because we see nothing like it. But a good analyst, right? And this is the difference between someone that actually knows how to trade, someone that is a good chartist, a good analyst, someone that can read the market and decipher what's going on versus someone that simply knows a strategy. For someone that simply knows a strategy, they're screwed because they don't actually know the skill of trading. They know how to execute a strategy. If that strategy isn't working to their liking right now, they're done. They can't adjust. They can't do anything about it. They just have to either stop trading or keep trading and hope things get better. But if you're someone that actually knows how to read a chart, analyze the market, interpret what the market is doing, if you're good at catching trends, not literal trends like uptrends and downtrends, but trends as far as market actions, like I was told you about, hey, we're every news event, every big news event, we're going crazy. We're going up 200 and down 200 and steady Freddy, right? You can kind of get a feel for the new situation, right? It's no different from, professional athletes, right? A professional sporting game, for example, where, you have a team that's the favorite. Another team comes out with a different tactic they've never seen before, right? If a bad coach is going to get torn apart, they can't make those adjustments. That other team got the upper hand on them and they're just done. A good coach is going to go into the locker room at halftime. They're going to be able to analyze what that team was doing, make the proper adjustments, and then get on the right track. And that's exactly what we need to do as traders. We need to talk to other traders. We need to talk to our peers. We need to kind of get a read for, hey, how are you feeling? How are you handling this situation? Are you doing anything different? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? Have you made that adjustment? We don't need to fight against each other and be like, haha, I'm making money, you're not, boo-hoo is you, right? We need to help each other out and use what we're seeing in the market, because there's a good chance that you're seeing something than what I'm seeing. There's a good chance that I'm seeing something than Trader X over there is seeing. And when we can give each other those little tips like, hey, I noticed this, hey, I noticed that, we can help each other out. We can all get on the same page, right? We are retail traders, guys. We're not against each other, right? Technically, we're not even against institutional traders, but, they kind of make it seem like that. But we are all in the same boat. We're not trying to hide anything. We're trying to help each other out so we can all make profit and do whatever we want with our free time. That is the ultimate goal. And in times like this, more than ever, we need to be connected to each other. We need to use each other, talk to each other, not be afraid to respond to each other, and help each other get on the right track. And that's how we're going to survive this. That's how we're going to learn valuable lessons. And then that's how we're going to be able to push those lessons forward, or I guess carry those lessons with us in the future for when the next time this happens. So we talk all the time about accountability. We talk all the time about community. This is the reason I started the Trading Coach podcast, so I can have these conversations with you. And for you guys that aren't kind of on the other side of the curtain where you're involved with the training and whatnot, you can still get a sense of what discussions we're having, what we're doing. You can still reach out to me on social media and ask questions. I will help you. I will talk to you, and we can all get through this together. All right? I appreciate you hanging with me for 700 episodes. Woo, that's a lot. And, cheers to 700 more. All right? Until next time, traders, plan your trade your plan. See you next time. Really hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. If you did, or any of the previous 699 episodes before this, do me a favor, show me some love, leave me a rating and or a review wherever you listen to this podcast at. That is one of the best ways you can help support the show. That way we can keep growing, we can keep sharing knowledge, and we can make this one of the best trading podcasts in the world.